All right, guys, just Dante here again. So today we're going to be talking about how to get approved if you're self-employed. I don't think I made an in-depth video, so I want to explain pretty much how it works getting approved if you're self-employed. So every bank has slightly different procedures when it comes to getting people that are self-employed approved. But the main things that most banks want to see, at least the two main banks that I used to do self-employed deals, they need 6 months of bank statements. That's a must. So we need 6 months of banking. Now, it doesn't have to be business bank statements. It could be personal. Now, the thing is, if you didn't open a business bank account, like at least have some sort of business documents. So they need 6 months of bank statements. Doesn't have to be a business bank account, but most definitely gonna need some sort of business document. Now, if you're a sole proprietor, so it's just you, or maybe like, yeah, no, it's just literally you, then it's like you can easily get a business license online. They're easily accessible. You have to get on like Service Canada website. So I don't know, bro. Y'all got to chat GPT that. But it's not that hard to get. I think it's like $60. But you got to create like your business name or so. I don't know. I did it before a while back, like 3, 4 years ago, but I don't even know where that thing is, to be honest. But a business license, they're going to usually want, or they might need articles of incorporation. So if you're if you're incorporated, your boy cannot spell incorporated. All right, if we go an LLC on them or whatever, a numbered Ontario company, numbered Canadian company, like they're gonna want to see articles of incorporation, or if you have like a business tax document that you can provide, those are all feasible documents to show proof of. Now, one of the other banks, like Iceberg, and Lencare. I don't really do self-employed as Lencare, but if I have to, usually they're gonna want like at least 60 days of matching invoices. So invoices matching the deposits. So obviously, me, I sell cars. I'm incorporated. I have invoices for every deposit that goes to my business account. So if I ever wanted to go, like I did it before to get my car, but if I ever wanted to go get approved for another car, I don't plan on financing a car. Honestly, after this one, though, I'll be honest with you, like straight cash next car. You know what I'm saying? But if I did want to, get another car on finance, I have all the credentials needed to do it under my business, the income under my business name. So you want to have invoices ideally. I know people like want to try to evade the government or just never really think to legitimize their business. But it's like if it's something you plan on doing for a long time and you want to take it slightly seriously, like get some sort of documentation in place, right? For the bank statements, like it can be e-transfer deposit. That's not an issue, right? Like e-transfer is cool. You don't need to have like a payment processor. Like you don't need to get like Stripe deposits. If you do, that's nice, but e-transfers are cool. Like you don't need like Stripe or whatever payment processor or WAP, whatever it is that people are using for their business. Unless you have like a full blown store, then sure. But most of my clients are just doing like smaller businesses where they just take e-transfer. Cash deposits. If you're taking cash right now, I would suggest switch and you want to buy a car in the future, I would suggest switching your method of payment to e-transfer. It's just going to be a lot more helpful when it comes to calculating the average income for your business for the year. So that's why I'd say switch to e-transfer if you're doing cash right now. But other than that, the bank's going to usually call and they're going to ask, well, Eden Park will ask um, if you've been in business for a year. So they want you to be in business for at least a year. They also want to know that your taxes are up to date. They're not going to investigate into this, but they just want to hear that you said you did your taxes. Just say that, verify you did your taxes. And they're going to ask you if it's for personal use, which you got to say yes, because these banks don't finance cars for commercial use. That's usually how the verbal verification call goes for Eden Park. Iceberg, they might just call and just be like, "Hey, are you buying a car from these guys?" That's it. They're pretty chill. Um, but still, like they just want you to make sure your business is legitimized. Like for Eden Park, for example, I learned this recently. Like if they don't have like if you don't for some reason just don't have a business license, they want to be able to search up your business name and it like shows up on Google with like the address on the side, like how you'd search up like a regular place, the phone number, all that stuff. But I know like a lot of people don't really have like their business locked in like that with like Google SEO or whatever. So it's kind of a stretch. That's why I'd say it's much easier if you just get your documents in place. Now, let's say you are a corporation or whatever, you are kind of operating a bigger business and it's not registered. Like it takes a little bit more to get the articles of incorporation. There's like services out there you can pay for where people can set it up for you. Because I think doing it by yourself is like some whole next process, and ain't nobody got time for that. Like me personally, I paid this company like I think a couple hundred to set everything up for me, and then they just emailed my company key, articles, whatever I needed, and now I have it all stored. And if I ever need to change it, I just go on like the business registry or something. I don't know. I haven't done that in a while, but most times when you set it up, there's not really much you need to change, unless you like hire more people or whatever. But that's like down the road, so nothing I have to worry about for now. And depending on where your business is, maybe you might not have to worry about it either. But when it comes to getting a car, like it's pretty simple. You just got to make sure your business is legitimized to an extent. It doesn't have to be like Forbes 500 business. We're not asking for that, but there's just a couple things that you just want to make sure you have in place so that the approval goes as smooth as possible. Some people are just fully self-employed. Like some people, yeah, they work their job and they might do a business on the side, but there's some people that literally make money off their business. And it's like, okay, well, people are going to need a car, right? I have a customer right now. I'm trying to work her, but she didn't have any business documents, nothing. So, and she's been paying for car rentals for the longest time, and it's costing a lot. And obviously, I don't want her to go through that, but I told her like, hey, like we have these banks that pre-approved you, but you don't have the necessary documentation for them to get it done through self-employed. So it sucks sometimes. You do lose a couple of deals. I lost another deal from this guy. Very nice approval from the bank. Bro didn't have his articles of incorporation. I was like, bro, like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have your ducks in order. But it's very simple to get approved, self employed. Just make sure you have your stuff in place. If you're watching this and you are looking for a car in the near future, you do want to, what's it called? Um, get a vehicle. Just make sure you have these in place. It's not too much we're asking for. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully we can get it done through you being self-employed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys in the next one.